Well, hello everybody. Hope you're having a great day. This is Wednesday, January 31st. It's the end of the month. What a crazy start to the year. Donald Trump's being nominated for a Nobel Prize. Ben
What?
Shapiro is the #1 rapper in America right now. And
What?
World War III is starting. But that's probably the least of the worries right now.
What?
But yeah, welcome to the show. I'm not even on the right screen, but welcome to the show. Thank you very much for being here. As always, we're here with Dustin. Dustin, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. It's midway through the week here, but yeah, pretty good to be here, ready to do some bantering, and got some good news for everyone. Returning co-host Himoto King, welcome back.
I'm
Himoto!
so happy to be back.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, we missed you here. So, and this is the first time you're actually live, like on camera. So everyone,
Yeah.
say hi to him. But yeah, appreciate you being here. It's been a long time. We have been chatting. Like it's not like I haven't talked to you, but you haven't talked to us on the.
Mm.
But yeah, crazy start. Did you know Ben Shapiro is the #1 rapper in America right now?
No, there's
Yeah, he
no way
is.
that's even true.
Yeah, we actually don't even have that as a story tonight,
Yeah,
so we
we
kind of
should-
have to.
Yeah, maybe
talk
we
about
should
it
pull
now.
it up. But yeah, he's #1 on iTunes. And come next Wednesday, once the Billboard gets released, I guarantee he's gonna be on the 100 top Bill. But that's just my.
How the heck?
Yeah.
Doesn't even make sense to me.
No, because he did a duet with Tom McDonald, and
Mhm.
yes, and it was pretty funny. We might be able to get away with just playing Ben's part. See what I can do.
Mhm.
We'll see what we can do. Something can hear because it's not that great, but it's pretty funny. But yeah, that's just Ben Shapiro, #1 on iTunes. But we'll get into that a little ways down the road. What we should get going with first is our first story, unless anybody else.
No, just you should definitely get a link when you have interesting things like that.
Well, I just think, but I guess, but that's like old news. That's all 2 days ago. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, I think our first one's still interesting, though, right?
yeah, it should be. And for election, a new outbreak. So, from the NBC News, Washington State faces first outbreak of a deadly fungal infection that's on the rise in the U.S.
So, wait, our title is Taylor Swift fungal infection.
Well,
Is the
Wait,
Taylor
what?
Swift related to this? I just need to
No.
know before we get in.
No,
Wait a
but
minute.
spoiler
It is
alert,
literally
everybody.
clickbait when you say it like that.
Everybody, Taylor Swift's got a
That's
fungal.
outrageous
News.
clickbait.
That was
Or
a
is this
time
just
on
a
my
you-
end, everybody. I do apologize. Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Fungal infection. Well,
This story's less interesting.
But that is true. There is a Taylor Swift epidemic right now, or pandemic, and it's very scary.
It is on the rise.
Yeah, it is on the rise. That is not a false statement. But what we're talking about is a deadly fungus infection.
Yeah. Cases of Candida auris. Is that the name of it? Sounds tasty.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
Is that something you would cook at work there, Himoto?
Not even a chance.
Like-
I have no clue what it could be.
Yeah, but
It sounds like it could be a food item though.
it could be a food item, 100%. That's what I think.
Yeah, maybe. It says it's increased every year since 2016, so I guess it's not new.
It's not new. I just saw that. I didn't never heard of this before.
It's new to Washington, and I guess
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time before they're reported in every state.
Yeah, and every
I
It
guess.
sounds like the scientific name for a mushroom, which I guess makes sense. now
Well,
that I
yeah,
think about it,
there's
but-
mushrooms. Mushrooms are fungal more. People get mushrooms in their lungs.
Yeah.
People get mushrooms everywhere. So
This
they're
is it. This is the guy doing it.
crazy.
Candida auris. So, 4 people in Washington state have tested positive this month for a rare fungal infection that can be deadly.
Okay.
Well, that's not very many, just 4.
Well, depends how deadly it is and how fast it can
Yeah.
spread. Mushrooms spread pretty crazy.
Well, the cluster comes as Candida auris continues to spread in the U.S. Case numbers have risen every year since 2016. Do we have some of the numbers? How many?
Yes. Well, I'm gonna try to look that up as you're looking here.
Yeah. So it says it's resistant to some common antifungal medications. Tends to infect people with weakened immune systems. Often detected among hospital patients who use catheters, breathing tubes, or feeding tubes.
So it's super sick people
Okay.
already. Like, not that makes it better,
Mm.
but it sounds like there are already people who got some issues going on.
So all 4 people who tested positive were patients at the hospital already.
The same hospital?
Long, yeah, I guess so. Kindred Hospital,
Yeah.
Seattle, First Hill.
Okay.
Long-term acute care hospital. None have died, so that's good.
So is it just not cleaning of the tools properly? Like
Guess, but if it's that, why would they say it's going
Potentially.
to spread to every state? Like that doesn't make sense.
because you can get it, not know you have it. You kiss somebody or whatever, you can somehow get it in their lungs.
Well,
or-
how is it actually contracted, or is it?
Well, there's some, it's fungus. I don't know. I know, like, for instance, athlete foot is a fungal infection.
Yeah, it's a fungal infection.
Right. So you can literally share a shower mat with somebody, and someone else could potentially get that fungal disease.
Yeah,
So this says
that's so
3 of them
gross.
were tested negative when they were admitted, suggesting they got it at the
But
hospital.
there you go. It's probably, I can't say that for sure.
And there was
but
4, so they don't know about the 4th, but 3 of them, like, okay.
they're stuffing down food tubes down each other's their throats.
Whoa, I don't know.
Like, no, they do.
That-
They said food. It said food tubes at the top.
Yeah, but they're not shoving them down each other's throats.
Not each
Doc.
other.
It's the way
They're
you
shoving
said
it
it.
down. I said it the wrong way. They're shoving it down the patient's
You
throat.
got...
So they're shoving it down the patient's throat.
No,
And
you help me.
Are they cleaning them? Are they reusing these? Like, is
The
that
way
something they
you said
use?
it.
Is that something they
No.
clean? Is that something that was sitting in a dark room with moisture on it that caused this mushroom? Right? That just is right.
So it could go beyond just like actual cleaning, but storage of it potentially.
Yeah. So, terms used for situations in which people carry fungus on their bodies and can spread to others, but don't necessarily get sick from it. That's how it traveled.
Right. And they're saying one of the patients actually ended up having symptoms, whereas the other ones were colonized. Interesting word. So it's situations where they carry the fungus on their bodies and can spread it, but don't necessarily show symptoms or get sick from it. Which reminds me of, during COVID, people
Yeah,
couldn't seem to
asymptomatic.
understand how you still had a viral load even when you felt
But
better.
that's with every disease out there, anyways.
Right. And that's why I was so shocked people couldn't understand it with that one. It's like, yeah,
It's just
sometimes you're still sick and don't show it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So,
And that's one
3
thing
out
that
of 4.
like, that's one thing I actually got to argue with a lot of people. Like, well, I'm vaccinated, so I can't. I won't have the symptoms. I'm like, that's even worse. So you can be sick.
Yeah, you won't even know.
Now you're for sure sick with it, and now the symptoms are less. So you're gonna go out passing to more people. Where
Yeah, I mean,
when
it's
I
kind
got
of
COVID, I'm unvaccinated. I got not sick, but I got pretty ill. I was like, I'm staying.
Yeah, I mean,
What was I doing? Yes. But yeah. So So what do they say? What's the death?
oh, okay. I guess we
Sentence
do have
numbers.
the numbers here. So little blue bar, 173, 300, 400, 700, 1400, 2300. And that's definitely on the rise.
It definitely did spike between 2020 and 2021. Like that's
You think
Yeah.
things would go lower during those times? So that's like
You mean like
because we're also paranoid about getting diseases after COVID. That should naturally kill.
well, no, but this
I
is
guess.
2020 and 21.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but dude,
So this
you
is
were saying earlier this was contracted in the hospital, and
I
COVID
said
sent
it
more
could.
people to the hospital.
Good, yeah.
yeah.
So more
you
people
had,
in hospitals, which happened,
exactly.
more
It
cases of a
increased
thing
the
that
chances
happens.
of more people
Right.
getting it.
I think that explains the spike. Even if people are more careful, more people went to the hospital. Just
Yeah.
Thinking
was
that
just
that's
how it
them being
was.
careful, which is true, but
I wish they had 23, so we can see if
Yeah.
it like went back to only going up a little bit, or if it's just like YOLO at this
increase
point.
even
Like
more.
maybe they don't have the full numbers yet. They weren't sure before.
So as of this December 2022, we don't have anything further. They've been in 36 states. So total of 5,600.
You almost
Why
all,
not?
all 50. But yeah, that's I think hopefully it doesn't say how many people die from it though. They say it could be deadly. So more than 56 people have it. How many people died from it?
I mean, realistically, most illnesses could be deadly.
Yes, but
A
why
lot of
fear
it's known to
mongering?
the person.
If 10 people died out of those, how many 50? How much was it again? Can you go back up?
5,600.
5,600. If 10 people died of that, that's nothing to be alarmed about, in my opinion, because it's a very, very low number. But now, if 560 people died, hey, that's maybe a big issue, right?
Right. And I'm not sure they're gonna give us more
COVID
numbers.
was only 2%, and look what they did, right? So
Yeah, but because it was 2%, but it was a mass. Like literally everybody was getting it.
Yes.
The test
So-
involves swabbing the
And
armpits.
even with all
And
the
the groin
lockdowns and
area.
everything, everybody got
What?
it still. So.
Not the groin area.
They want to swab your armpits and groin for this one. You
because they're
down?
oily parts.
No, it's been a while. Where do I sign up for this test? So, but yeah.
All right, here we go. The mortality rate of severe severe Candida auris infection in the U.S. is 30 to 60%.
Okay, that is pretty.
But healthy people
okay.
usually don't get infected. So, but what does that mean, severe infection?
The people who get it bad.
The people who actually show the symptoms.
It
But
must
for
be
instance, I was
something.
telling you a story right before we came online here. Who my old friend, he cut his finger, got infected. He didn't take care of it. He didn't clean it, and he almost died because. So if you
gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. It's like it could get bad, but some people will not see something. They'll see a little rash, not realize it's mushrooms growing on their arm because it doesn't always look like mushrooms, right? It looks things, and then like next thing you know, within a week they're covered in it.
Crazy.
Again, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Right?
Yeah. And this thing says once this stuff gets into a hospital, it's kind of hard to get it out, which
Yeah.
makes sense, especially since the majority of people you don't even know have it.
Okay, so but again, that's the thing. They're gonna have to start set. Oh, but I guess how can you?
Well, that's how they're actually catching these people is they've got a screening process where they're literally testing for it. But again, how do you
You go in negative, you come out positive. Woohoo! Right?
Like, I don't know. People are still getting it though, so
UV light everywhere. Like have it so they can scan everything. Kills a lot of
maybe.
germs. So. That is actually proven. UV light is not great for the human skin, but you can use it on all product, like on scan everything. You not scan.
So I was looking at these up here. Maybe that's explaining this. The 5600 it says infections, and then it says well more than 13,000 others identified through screenings didn't have signs of infection. So is that like the total number of people who had it was actually 18,000, but 5,600 are falling to 30 to 60% mortality?
I'm very confused.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's hard to say with that, but regardless, I don't know how the numbers would change anyway because 30 to 60%, 50%. Okay, 50% of people die. Doesn't matter if it's. Yeah, I guess I'm how that'd work.
I mean, the overall mortality. I mean,
okay, yeah. So
like
there's 18,000. Did 50% of the 5,600 die, which would be 2,300 of 18,000, which is still pretty high. That's still.
Well, no, because it doesn't say severe.
8%, 9% rate.
Yeah, the thing is down below the 30 to 60.
It said severe
Infection.
Okay,
so how many of these were severe, and then of those we got to do the math. So I don't think they gave us enough to do this.
It's another fear mongering.
No, definitely not.
Fear mongering. That's what they do. They like love to do that. They saw it.
If they give me all the numbers, we can all decide if we should be worried.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure.
And we've talked about this many times in the show. It's like you can make data show whatever you want it to show. Right? You can
literally you could just write any words on the paper and.
But yeah, and then you're not lying, and you're not even lying. You're showing the real numbers, but just making the number
full information.
But taking this number and putting it over here and this one over here can change a lot. Even though it's the truth, it's different.
It's baseball statistics.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So I don't think you have to be too worried. Go to the hospital. Maybe you'll have to worry. But yeah, if not, definitely worry. Wash your hands. Keep clean. If you think there's something wrong, probably go get it checked out. It's a good idea. Don't wait until you're dead.
Well, did they even give us the symptoms?
No, they didn't. So here.
Well, okay. So if you have this, it's good luck.
If you feel sick, just go.
Okay, let's see. Fevers and chills.
You know how many people don't go to the doctor for fevers and chills?
But that's just including, but that don't go away even after a person has taken antibiotics for a bacteria infection.
Okay, so if you have like a fever and a chill that's lasting like more than a day, more than 2 days.
Yeah. But
you'd already be
kind of guarantee anyone watching right now and anyone who's ever going to watch probably not going to have this. So 18,000 cases out of how many Americans? No one in this case, but 365 million. How many Americans are there? 380, 365, somewhere around there.
Well, that's across years. That's
2013 that's still, but still, that's
like 10 years as well. So that's 18,000 over 10 years. So that's average 1,800 a year. 1,800 out of 300 million.
Yeah.
right now. So it's definitely in the numbers that no one should be worried. But hey, NBC's
now that Scary's out of hospital, there's a breakout. But if they say it's hard to get out of hospitals, they must have dealt with it before, so they must know how to do it. Oh yeah. Our next story, I guess.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy one.
CNN brings us this one. Man arrested after video post showed severed head of his father, police say, amid political rant that stayed online for hours.
Yeah. So
yes, you do.
I've heard many different things about this, but apparently, YouTube had it up for a while. It was on X for only several minutes. That could be like 30 minutes, and Facebook kept it up for like a day.
But this story includes graphic descriptions some readers may find disturbing.
You should have put that before the headline, guys. But
look, it's just I think they got it though eventually.
Man is accused of decapitating his father and posting a video online with a gun and National Guard based.
No, you skipped a sentence.
I threw off. I completely missed it.
The important sentence.
Right. I was like, well,
with a gun.
With a gun. Post a video online with the gun. With his severed head aimed at a politically charged Rant. Was arrested hours later with a gun at a National Guard base. So yeah, is he part of the National Guard?
I don't know. Why? Maybe. Why else would he be at a National Guard base?
High squirrels.
So the video circulated for hours on YouTube, garnering more than 5,000 views before it was taken down. That's not that many.
Yeah, but that's more. But that's a lot of people screenshot it. A lot of people recorded it.
Oh yeah, 100%. You probably get a bunch of that. It's gonna be floating around.
Yeah. So he's charged with murder, abuse of a corpse, and other charges.
Yeah.
So what's the sentencing for abuse of a corpse?
It's not that much, I don't think, to tell you the truth.
Abuse of a corpse?
Yeah, it's not that big of a charge. It gets charged, but
let's see. The maximum is a fine of $5,000 and 2 years imprisonment.
Not that big of a charge.
It defines it as knowingly treating a human corpse in a way that would, quote, outrage ordinary family sensibilities.
See, but that could be anything. That's a very open charge.
It's a second degree misdemeanor. So it's
a misdemeanor.
You know, you can still keep your job if you get this one. Potentially.
So yeah, why? What happened? What was this guy doing? Go into that?
So yeah, during the online tirade, Moan describes his father as a federal worker and rails against the Biden administration and the border crisis while declaring himself the new acting U.S. president under martial law. Like, this guy thinks he's the president? Justin does?
Is he? What kind of drugs?
No, I think he's talking about his father.
But he killed his father because his father was a border.
His father was a federal worker. Like, that's vague. CBP.
Anybody could be a federal worker, right?
Right,
like,
and
someone
I think
working at the DMV
Border Patrol does fall under that. Yeah.
Isn't someone working on the DMV a federal worker?
So okay, here how it unfolds.
They look alike. Holy shit, they do look like.
Oh, that's the dad here.
Yeah,
it's on there. Yeah,
they do look like father and son. Right? Yeah.
Yes, I can attest. They look correct. So police were dispatched at 7 p.m. on Tuesday after a report of a deceased male. The Bucks County District Attorney Office said the victim was Michael Moan. A probable cause affidavit states. So wait, did he call it in himself then?
The call emergency dispatch came from the victim's wife. Yes.
Okay, there you go.
When officers arrived, they located a male deceased in the bathroom. The prosecutor's office said in a statement, the victim's adult son was not present when police arrived and left the area in the father's vehicle.
Oh, okay. There you go.
A machete and a large kitchen knife were found in a bathtub, according to the probable cause affidavit obtained by C. I corrected myself. Come on. So
yeah, but you corrected yourself wrong.
No, I got it. I said right when Himoto said it there.
All right, say it one more time.
Officers also located the deceased male's head inside a plastic bag, which was inside a cooking pot on the first floor bedroom next to the bathroom.
Bro, this guy went crazy with it. Oh my gosh.
Like,
Well, first, there was a machete and a large kitchen knife. So obviously the large kitchen knife wasn't doing it, so he went and got a machete after.
Yeah. And then
That's
the cooking pot
outrageous.
shows. What was the plan there?
Well, maybe he didn't want to make the mess
He
upstairs.
got hungry.
No, he didn't want to make a mess. You know, it's like for a pot. You know, so.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about the cooking pot too. Like, were you trying to hide it?
There has to be something. We might get into that, right? So, but it's still new. So this isn't gonna. Most of the stuff's not gonna come out for a long time.
So in the YouTube video, the man identifies himself as Moan and apparently reads from a written statement, and at one point holds up what appears to be a bloodied head inside a clear plastic bag. He says his father, who was a federal employee for over 20 years, was a traitor to his country. America is rotting from the inside out as far left woke mobs rampage our once prosperous city.
Okay, so the
So you cut your dad's head off? Okay.
That makes sense.
Investigators also found clear rubber gloves with what appeared to be blood on them. The gloves' decapitated head and room are the same as depicted in the video. The affidavit says. Okay, so they're just linking the video to the actual physical evidence there, which they got to do in cases like that and shit. But so he wore gloves. Was he planning on getting? Why would you post it to YouTube but wear gloves? Like what?
Or
Well,
maybe
'cause it was
he-
a decapitated head.
Yeah, you don't want to get your hands dirty.
Oh, okay,
Honestly.
that could be it. Oh, it's icky.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
I'm going to decapitate somebody.
Like it kind of like it kind of goes a little far, but yeah. Like I know a lot of people they can't
I
even
don't
get
know.
their hands. I know some people who can't even put their hands in mud without freaking out, right? So
Yeah.
I'm
Just
pretty
kind
sure
of-
those people wouldn't be able to kill or decapitate somebody, but you never know.
I was gonna say like you're gonna get squirted
Yeah.
blood. That's still gonna happen. Just saying. Did you have a face mask too? Hopefully. So yeah, the video is removed, of course.
The CNN, YouTube, in a statement Wednesday told CNN something, but it's gone now.
Oh.
As
Yeah,
strict
they're
policies
talking
and
about
programs
just
say,
removing.
okay,
Yeah, they're just removing it. We already mentioned they removed it. Like
Yeah,
after
This
so
guy
that
actually went crazy.
Yeah, I was just coming back down
gameplay.
to fleeing the home. Moan drove more than 100 miles, then broke into a Pennsylvania National Guard base with a gun. State Department of Military Veterans Affairs spokesperson Angela Watson told
So that's how he
CNN.
got into the National Guard base. He broke in. How do you break into a National Guard base though? Like
Well, obviously he wasn't successful.
it said,
Like,
but he
this
said
is
it
just-
didn't say attempted. It said he broke in,
No,
then
no, no.
broke in.
I mean, he got in, but like, how far do you think you're gonna get with that?
You shouldn't even get past the gate. You would think, you know, like. But I don't know. That's crazy. With the
Well, I
gun.
mean, to be fair, he had a gun.
Yeah.
Like,
But national don't.
even
National
in
Guards carry guns?
GTRP, you're gonna fear for your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
carry them, but like,
So
if
he
it's
was
got it up
armed
at
at
you,
the
I'm not.
time, but did not resist arrest. So what was the point of the gun?
I don't know.
What was the
America.
point of him doing
America!
just what he did? Like, it's
You know.
there's a lot of stuff here that doesn't make sense. It's just
Yeah.
I don't
Hopefully he
know.
doesn't have an attorney. Yeah. So ex-roommate thought that the government was against him years ago.
Okay.
Okay.
So as far back as 2016, he showed signs of paranoia and believed the government had been out to get him. All right. He had very clear issues. He would always talk about how the government was out to get him, and it was always like these vague stories about it. He would never give specific examples. He would tell me these stories that always seemed exaggerated, so it was hard to take anything he was saying seriously or know what he was saying the truth about. I thought he was just a weird kid who had some issues.
I
Obviously, wasn't thinking he would do this. Yeah, and you never do. Until somebody does it, you don't know that someone's capable of, really.
Yeah, so there must have been like. There has to be more. He must have had some psychosis. Like we're talking about that last episode, he must have had some guys. Clearly, psychosis or something wrong. Don't do that, Jared. You're normal. You know, like. So. A regular human being wouldn't be able to do that. Like, maybe not, maybe.
Deeply politicized extreme rhetoric.
So, yeah.
Specific motives, you can make some assumptions based on his claim in the video that he's been motivated by politics. Well, yeah. I mean, it only takes hearing a couple things to know somebody's been motivated by political shit down here.
If you thought it was from 2016, you know, that's 8 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, we already heard him up there saying something about woke mobs, so, you know.
but was that even a thing back in 2016?
Yeah.
I thought the woke mob didn't come around to like 2018, 19.
Who is the woke mob? What do you
I
mean?
don't think the saying of woke mob came out. It's like,
No.
Do you know when the saying woke was invented?
well, no, do you?
Well, presumably you're saying 2018.
That's
I feel
what
like that's
I
pretty far back, to be
personally.
honest. But I think
Let's see what Google
the
says.
actual meaning, or at least the way that we see it
Okay,
now,
I'm off by.
changed over time.
The phrase woke and stay woke are not new. It began appearing in 1940. So,
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just what it is as it changes over time, I guess.
yeah, because, yeah, exactly.
It
But that's.
becomes more and more.
Now,
of
the
a,
Oxford Dictionary
yeah.
says 1960s.
This is according to.
Yeah.
But-
But either
Yeah.
way, much, much, much earlier than.
Yeah,
2016.
but I just, again, but it disappears for a while. That's one of those things. Again, I like back in 2010, I don't remember talking about like a woke mob, right?
You're not. Yeah, I mean,
But again, there wasn't
you
Facebook
didn't
and
start
Twitter.
hearing it until certain other events, but there are people who have heard it their whole lives.
Yeah, so refer to
Yeah, for
woke
sure.
mobs. Yeah, okay, so.
But yeah, it's
It gets
recently
crazy.
definitely become a political term, especially when you pair it
Oh,
with
yeah.
mobs. Woke mobs is a new political term.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, the woke mob.
But yeah, and that's just a conservative talking point in America. It's not real. It's the it goes back to the whole cancel culture thing, which that's why I say it's not real. Like, who's been canceled? Name one actual canceled person who's not already right back to where they were.
Yeah, so.
Like, literally every single one of them. What do you mean canceled?
It's
So it's just like
the woke mob's gonna
it's
come.
it's
Maybe
not
not.
so much a thing that people will hold on to, because like being canceled, at least, is like where people, the generation now at least that uses woke so much, has such a short like attention span to what they're focusing on. They move on to the next thing almost immediately.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's like you attempt to start canceling somebody and it works. Then it's like somebody else says something and it's like,
and that's on
everybody
every side.
focuses to
That's
that.
just not. That's not just left or right. That's both. You know, like
Right. So to use it like as a conservative talking point, indicative of like, oh, the woke mob is coming for you. Well, the woke mob can come for anybody.
Yeah.
So why are you even trying to like make it a political thing?
That woke mob is going at them now, because that's the wording this time. You know, in 4 more years, it's gonna be the. I don't. I actually
the woke mob.
Yeah, maybe
in
not.
4 years,
they're
they're still going to call it the
because
woke
Trump's
mob.
gone, Joe Biden's gone. Who else is going to be around? They're going to have to come up with something else, right? So.
Well, they didn't need Trump or
no.
Biden to use woke mob.
So.
Definitely.
Ramaswamy uses it.
Yeah. So. But I think Ramaswamy was playing around more than anything. He knew he wasn't going to be president of the United States, you know? So.
Evolution has something in chat he'd like to share.
Yeah.
Class. He thinks woke is gender ideology and communism. Nope. Go back and read again. Why would that make sense with the 1940s or 1960s? Go back and retry. Here's a pro tip. It has to do with black people.
But yeah,
exactly.
But you do. And I've seen the.
It's just
and I've seen that phrase woke on both sides too. And I've seen the woke. Yeah, sorry, I interrupted somebody. I don't do that.
You're good. You're good.
But yeah, I've seen this. Both sides use the woke too. I've seen both sides say, "Oh, well," it's like, well, what do you mean?
You've seen liberals call conservatives woke?
Yeah, like, oh, you're asleep, or you're like, you're awake. Well, nothing lately, but I have seen it. Like, could just be trolls on X, but I've seen people like, oh.
Well, no, you said you're asleep. That makes sense, but because that's the opposite of woke.
I think he's saying that they're not woke, so they still use the term woke.
Yes,
but
maybe it's like
towards them.
Maybe just an
as in they aren't.
Maybe that's why I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Could be wrong. So.
But I feel like woke's just become more of a thing for anybody to use when it's not suiting whatever they believe, right?
And is it easy?
So like what initially is
woke just means awareness. And if that means awareness to something new, it's still awareness.
But yeah,
that's why you see it used that way with new things, because all it means is awareness. It was used by the black community as an awareness that you're not going to be treated equal. That's how it originated.
Yeah.
That's why I say some people have heard it their whole lives.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's
not
what I was
me.
Like,
and I admit that.
I haven't heard it my whole life.
Tell me, hey, be aware out there. You're going to be treated differently. I
Oh.
never had that talk, but I'm aware that it exists.
Oh, 100%.
And that's stupid, but also...
And that makes me woke, that I'm aware, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm woke. I'm part of that woke mob. I'm aware.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it means. And they can make it a political boogeyman. They have been for years, so...
Yeah, so evolution also, like most things, the T has changed it to them.
T?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
T?
But,
T. Trudeau.
Trudeau, maybe.
It's gotta be Trudeau. It's gotta be Trudeau, right?
Trump, obviously. Obviously.
Yeah. But yeah, whatever. It is like, that's, and it's another way to, like, it's another just a way to argue, like, oh, you're unwoke, oh, you're too woke, and blah, blah, blah. Like, well, it's just more reason to divide people. I think I lost where the story was going. Oh yeah, this was
this is the end of the story. So
yeah, the head.
Yeah.
Was the guy who killed his father woke or not woke?
He was referring to the woke mobs, so he seems to be unwoke, I guess.
No, I think
he's woke enough to.
He's aware of it.
Yeah, so he's aware.
Just a gangster.
He's aware,
he's
so he's woke.
He's just anti-woke.
Yeah.
Well,
or depends on.
He's calling him a woke mob like he believes cancel culture is real, which means he's unaware that it's not real. The awareness would be to know cancel culture is bullshit. That would be awareness. He's unaware.
But a lot of people
he thinks cancel culture is real, therefore he's against the woke mob.
So
because they're coming for him, trying to educate him and tell him things he didn't know. Literally, it's silly. But yes, he's a conservative. 1,000,000%. Also, I thought I'd heard that there was mention of Biden, but I guess this article doesn't have it.
It was in the beginning, but it didn't really say much.
Yeah, it didn't really mention Biden again.
But then again, it says he started this in 2016 when Trump was the president. He thought the government was out of him. So was Trump was still running. Did that? We'd be going off on Trump?
Probably not. Conservatives tend to be conservatives.
It doesn't even say he's conservative. Maybe he's independent. You can't. So yeah, that's nowhere in this article is saying conservative. You're probably right, but there's nowhere around here doesn't say he's a conservative. So.
No, and of course it wouldn't, because they couldn't write that either.
Yeah.
But I can make my own assessment. This guy 100%.
But every time I say that, you're like, oh no. So I'm just pointing out. It's like you don't know. We don't know for sure.
No, you can never know anybody's political.
He could have been a libertarian. You know what I mean? He could have been.
Trump could be a liberal.
Yeah, Trump was.
I have a good volume of evidence to say he is a liberal.
Trump was a Democrat up until 2015.
And he was a conservative president.
But yes, and I don't understand because he was one of the biggest Democratic donors up until probably 2012. You know. So.
But all the context clues are here for conservatives.
Yeah. What?
Anti-Biden, pro-gun, anti-woke mob.
I know a lot of Democrats.
I
know a lot of Democrats and liberals who are anti-Biden now. Doesn't make them pro-Trump. They're just anti-Biden, right? So.
Right, which is why you take three things together and use them, in context with each other.
Okay, so what were the three things? What were the three things?
The anti-Biden.
Yeah.
The anti-woke mob.
Yeah.
And then there you go.
That's two.
Two.
You said three.
And the first one you called out that.
What? What?
I forgot.
God damn it! Now you're making me have to remember things I just listed.
I asked for the three. I don't remember. I remember two.
Shit. It was the first one you said didn't count because there are liberals who are like that. Anti-Biden.
But yeah, anti-Biden. Yeah, anti-Biden. Anti-woke.
Yeah, and whatever the third one was.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So
pro-gun, the gun shit.
There's a lot of Democrats that like guns too, so that's another.
Right, they don't feel the need to call it out in their tirade videos. In fact, not one has.
This guy,
every single conservative does though.
I know.
Look at every manifesto from every psycho conservative.
A lot of Democrats have manifestos
they
too.
Call
they
out
just
the
don't
same
send them out all the way, right?
So I'm just giving. You asked me why I came to the conclusion.
No, you can't.
Those are the three things.
Thank you. Yeah,
I'm not going to call myself crazy for thinking that because it is 100%.
You are crazy, but
I mean, being called out for something that looks 100% to me makes it sound like I'm being called crazy.
I know.
Like the context clues are that obvious that somebody going, "Well, are you sure?" No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm just as sure as the fact that I'm sure he cut his dad's head off.
Yeah.
I'm just as sure as both things.
Yeah, again, but doesn't matter. But like the rules work different these days. You can't just
well,
I mean, pretty sure.
He's innocent until proven guilty on the head chopping off too.
No, exactly. It's like,
and I'm still certain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We talked
I'm
about it.
sorry.
Like, someone steals a
Oh, no,
package.
sir.
Someone steals a package off my front step. I'm not allowed to post that video because that guy's innocent. Even though I have the video of him stealing it, right? So,
Why are you gonna post that video?
because like freaking
Well,
shame.
what do you? Oh, I see.
You're gonna steal
You-
my
yeah,
toilet
there you go.
paper. I'm gonna be mad. So,
Justin Trudeau said you're not allowed to shame people.
we should move on to the next story here, though. I think that's all on this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna like. He recorded his freaking crime.
I like your mic setup there,
no, he
Komodo. Jeez, you have to get some like.
Thank you.
28-day chair yoga challenge for seniors. No, that's not.
From the Fox News, Republican Tenney
that
nominates.
doesn't mean Republican.
No, Rep. Okay,
Rep.
I just thought it did.
Representative.
I'm pretty sure it's a Republican though too, because I did kind of read that.
Might
so I said
be.
Republican nominates Trump for Nobel Peace Prize in historic Abraham Accords.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, Trump.
Effort to create Abraham Accords were unprecedented, she said.
I don't know.
Wait.
I know about Abraham Accords. I don't know that much, so I don't want to get into it.
The peace in the Middle East, Abraham Accords, that there's totally peace there now. Those accords.
Well, that not now, but it was. It was pretty peaceful.
This is effort.
No, there wasn't.
It was peaceful. Or,
No, there was an active occupation during his presidency. So what do you mean? Peaceful how?
Oh, peace.
The
Trump?
prisoners weren't
Peace.
fighting back as much. I didn't hear about it on American news, so it didn't happen.
But anyway,
He
yeah,
tried
he's
to.
been-
He
He
thinks
didn't
got peace in
nominate
the Middle
himself.
East.
Someone nominated him. You know, he's not.
No,
thinking
but
about this right
I've
now.
heard Trump's talking points on the
Obama got a Nobel Prize. What was his Nobel Prize for? Blowing up
Something
children.
stupid.
Blowing up children. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
prob-
So
Well, no, that's
For
what his
what?
war crime should be for.
yeah, Obama killed his.
His Nobel
many
Peace
kids.
Prize, I think, wasn't it just literally for being black?
I don't know. Maybe.
Didn't
So-
they go mask off and just say it was for that?
Surely not.
I
Surely
can't remember
not.
what it was for, but I thought it was that dumb.
That would be pretty stupid. I don't like Obama as is, but I would lose a lot more respect for Obama if that's what he did. But yeah, he has blown up when he became president. He bombed a whole bunch of cities.
It was for his, quote, extraordinary efforts to strengthen international diplomacy and cooperation between people.
Isn't that
What?
kind of like what his job was supposed to be? Am I wrong?
Like, you did your
Isn't
job. You don't
isn't
get
that
an
every
award for
president's
that.
job?
Literally.
So, yeah.
Can I get an award for doing my job?
You being the top cook? Let's get Gordon Ramsay over
I
there.
would love that.
So yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, that's the thing though. But that like getting praised just for doing your job, that's not cool. So I just brought that up because I know he got the Nobel Prize for doing nothing. Trump's not gonna win the Nobel Prize. No one on the Nobel Prize committee is gonna vote for him. You know, like who's gonna vote for him? So
Yeah, I'm looking at the wiki and it literally can't explain
looking
why
at
they
it
gave it
too.
to him.
so
So
they
maybe,
can't even
maybe
come
we
up
should
with
just give one to Trump. They don't know
can't-
why. I don't know why they gave it to
They
him.
can't even come up with a good enough lie. They just bluntly just put words down and say boom, right? So
Well, it's vague enough that it's not even lies.
maybe some of
America
that
does
time
things
saying-
with foreign countries that you
Yeah.
could say are positive. There you
Um,
go. Every president in the history
yeah.
should get one.
Exactly, right? So
Like, that's the problem, is that by the time you define it, what president didn't do that?
Yeah.
So give one to Trump. Just do it. Why
Um,
even cite this treaty? Just say he did just do the same exact
Yeah.
fucking quote. Whatever that say.
but yeah, I think it goes up in October, so that'd just be crazy if he wins it in October. Well, you want to vote for a Nobel Peace Prize winner? Boom, right? So,
So
but yeah, I don't know much about the Abraham Accord. I've heard of it, but I don't know anything like my knowledge on that is pretty low. It was for peace in the Middle East, which there'll probably never ever be peace in the Middle East, sadly.
I mean, there can be, surely, if they all just aren't there anymore.
Well, again, that's what it's going to come down to, honestly, right? Because
So,
they're
it
just
says he's been nominated multiple times or several times, but
Several,
did
huh?
not receive the award during his presidency. So they've already been trying. This is just
Yeah.
a new
They're
nomination.
really trying hard.
Started in 2020. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the way back here.
well, anybody can not be nominated. in
Wait,
theory.
a member of the Norwegian Parliament did this one.
So
And she was saying, applauding his efforts toward resolving protracted conflicts worldwide. That's super vague. Sounds exactly like Obama's.
But there
But that
was
didn't work.
Sounds like
there was a lot like now everyone is scared Trump was gonna blow them up, but there was a lot less shit going on. Like more countries weren't messing around because like Trump might hit that red button.
Well, that's because Trump is unhinged,
and
he would hit that button.
I know he would never hit that button. I don't. So.
I don't know. That.
I don't think.
All you gotta do is say to Trump, "I bet you won't."
No, Trump. No, I don't think so.
The nuke button?
There's no real red button.
Yeah.
But no.
The nuclear football? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
That's real. It's real.
Is it red?
No, it's a football.
Oh. What are you talking about?
Okay.
You talking about the nuclear button?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the football, the nuclear football.
But yes, I personally.
They don't call it the button.
Yeah. Okay, from out
the
of
presidential.
he knew what I was talking about when I said the button.
See, this is the problem with having only one American on, and I got these other people here who are like, "Oh, it's a button. It's a button.
Yeah, it's a fucking button.
No, it's a briefcase.
You know what we
Joe
meant.
Biden's gonna fall. Joe Biden's gonna fall asleep and hit that button one day at his desk, and boom, world's gone to shit.
It is not at his desk. 100% is not just sitting at his desk.
There's no button. All right, but like, I just don't. Again, people hate me for saying this. I've said it many times before. I think the world was actually in a better place with Trump. So.
Here. We'll do just a short educational moment here. The nuclear football.
So,
also known as the atomic football or the presidential emergency satchel. Or the satchel.
And
or
the button!
The button!
Which, by the way, no, that's like number 5 in the list.
The black bag,
it's still in the list.
The black bag, the black box, or just the football.
Just the football.
So it's in there, but like, come on.
Yeah.
Look at all these other names.
So Wiki would never point us in the wrong.
It's also this. It's a briefcase.
So.
With whatever he needs to make those nuclear attacks happen. It's not a button.
It's not. It's like.
It's a cell phone nowadays, I think.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, people call this a button. When you do that, hey, that's not a button. Yeah, it's like.
What are you talking about?
But a lot of people are like, press the button, right? There's no button actually on your phone. So.
I mean, it's a button though.
But is it? It's just not.
Where are we? Fine.
I don't know. But it's not. So there's no button. So it's just a screen. But.
So, anyways,
you gotta press a button on your mouse.
A few months after the first nomination, he got another one from a Swedish Finns party person. 2021. I guess he didn't win that one either, but it was recognition of his endeavors to end the era of endless wars, construct peace by encouraging conflicting parties for dialogue and negotiations, as well as underpin internal cohesion and stability in his country. Why can't they just say a freaking thing? This is like which
I just wanted to say what.
Well,
exactly
they had to write an article with so many words that they spread it out.
No, I mean this person who submitted this. This is all in a quote. This is what they submitted for their nomination. I don't even mean the article. This is the nominee.
Maybe there's a whole bunch of words you need. Maybe there's a minimum of 100 letters. Right?
Look, I nominate you for curing cancer.
There we go. We know exactly what you did.
See, maybe you did what?
But when you go to submit, like, sorry, you have to add another 50 characters.
He didn't even end a single war. What does this mean? End the era of endless wars. He wasn't even going to be in presidency long enough.
It says for his endeavors. His
endeavors. He tried.
He didn't succeed, obviously.
An era. He was never going to have an era. He gets 8 years. What do you mean?
What's an era though?
More than 8 years.
Is it? No, I don't think it's a significant amount of era. I'm going to define this before you get to it. Significant amount of time.
A long and distinct period of history.
Yeah, it's pretty close. But, okay, then what is long and distinct? What is that? What is that? You know that I can't answer that.
I wanted to answer it too. Okay.
All right, and then I guess he got a third one. Yeah, and he got his third one from Australian lawmakers. So, and I guess that one didn't work. They're gonna announce in October if this one worked. It's just as vague as the first one. You think
after a certain period of time, it's just not gonna happen again, right? Like it couldn't happen again. There's no way they're gonna nominate him again if he doesn't get it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess it doesn't stop you from doing it forever.
Yeah, he's not asking for it.
So here's the signees of the Abraham Accords. Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu here, who is currently doing a war. So maybe you don't give the peace prize to this when one of the guys here is at war now.
Is at war, yeah.
United Arab Emirates and Bahrain, which are just in unison with us on votes as far as the UN Council is concerned. They're just America's puppets. Sorry. But when you vote with us on every single vote, it says what it says.
Hey, I mean, I wouldn't want to release America either, to be honest.
Have your own opinions sometimes, and I won't have that opinion about them. Yeah, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain. But you notice who's not at this table?
Me?
Any representation for Palestinians? But hey, we made Middle Eastern peace by not including any Arab states. Crazy. Where's Egypt? Where's Jordan? Where's Syria? Where's Iran? Like nobody actually signed on except for American allies.
Yeah.
You guys
and that's
know
exactly why there'll never be peace in the East.
It's bullshit. It wasn't real. What he did, this did nothing. It reaffirmed our allies were our allies.
But Nobel Peace Prize over the last 20 years have been nothing. You can get a peace prize. It's not about it's not about who did. It's not about what you've done. It's about who you are.
Right, and that's exactly why Obama came up. And I couldn't come up with a reason. And so for that reason, because they gave it to him, give it to Trump.
Yeah,
just do it so we can stop hearing it. Because this is the 4th time. Just give it to him.
But again, people nominate. He's not nominating himself. People are nominating.
No,
he's trying to become president right now. He doesn't have time to be fucking talking about Nobel Peace Prize.
But what if he got one while running?
Like I said, the nomination in that it'll be in October. It will be in October.
If it wasn't Trump.
Sorry?
October. Is that
I don't know. If it wasn't Trump, I don't think it would help much.
No.
But I don't it's Trump. Like I just couldn't.
I don't think it's gonna change anything. Nope. Everyone's already made up their mind. I'm gonna say not everyone, but 99% of people who eligible to vote in America have made up their mind. Some
people are waiting to see how the Super Bowl goes.
Waiting.
So wait, is it Trump and Biden again?
No, it's gonna be. It's not 100%.
Not necessarily yet. There's still a primary process.
It's gonna be once Trump wins, he's gonna step down, and they're gonna put Newsom in or Michelle Obama. But that's just far out conspiracies I have.
Well, they have to put the vice president in. They can't just pick.
But yeah, but she's gonna but she's gonna step ahead. But she's gonna be like, I don't have enough time to run a campaign, and I don't want to be president.
Michelle Obama?
Because who's gonna vote for Kamala? You think Kamala Harris is actually gonna? People hate Kamala.
She's not gonna run.
Yeah, but that's it. So she'll be the president from March 6th until January 19th, and then Trump will win the presidency. He'll win on November, whatever it is. But...
And that's because Biden died? Did I miss that part?
Biden's not dying. He's just gonna...
He's had Biden steps down.
He steps down, yeah. So.
But more likely, yes.
He's gonna fall down. Because he doesn't step, he's just gonna fall down. But that's...
I don't think he steps down. I think he has to die down.
Yeah. Or that's it. He's gonna die, and there's gonna be a big thing, and Gavin Newsom's gonna be like, I try to save him. Because he's gonna be there, and
I feel like we should write down a few of your predictions because surely one of those will be right. Then you could just
they're on
YouTube. That and everyone.
No matter how outlandish they are.
There's several in there though, and any one of them could happen.
Yeah, and I can't. And I actually hope some of them don't come true, but.
Hamoto, as of right now, Trump hasn't taken it yet. There's still Nikki Haley in the primary race with him. So
Nikki Haley wasn't. She's gonna go to Super Tuesday. She says, "I'm not gonna step down to March 5th." You already lost. You already know you lost. Stop wasting money.
I disagree with that. They've been to 2 states.
The 2 main states.
This is the same bullshit they pulled with Biden, where they said, "Oh, he made it to his firewall. Guess nobody should fucking stay in the race," and then everyone quit that one too.
Yes,
it was stupid. It was like there's like 50 more. There's 43 more states to go, Biden.
Yes,
what the fuck?
But did you said it yourself a few episodes ago?
So no, I'm disagreeing. I don't think that he's got a guaranteed win because he won 2 states.
He won more than 2. He's at 3 or 4 now. But he's got the numbers right, and I don't think Nikki Haley's gonna win South Carolina. You know,
no one state has enough delegates to make it where the other states don't matter.
But the state, we'll see. But Trump's not gonna lose to Nikki Haley. I guarantee that.
Well, no, I don't think he's going to lose to her, but that doesn't mean it's automatically over.
Unless the only thing is Nikki Haley's not stepping down because they're going to assassinate Donald Trump, and then she'll be the front runner for the Republican Party.
You really do just think about things, don't you?
Like crazy shit happens, man. So.
He's Canadian, and he has this much thought about my political system. So I'm down here, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of thought.
I'll see, and like when I'm right, I'll be like.
I can't even barely name Trudeau's opponent because you told me it's Paul Revere. That's all I got.
Yeah, you said that amazingly.
But the funny thing about Paul Revere is I don't know anything else about him or Trudeau.
But see, Canadian
Honestly.
politics is so boring. Like, they yell. Justin Trudeau had a hissy fit today, and he was blah, 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 blah. And Pierre made fun of him for that because he's like, you're having a panic attack, man. Calm down. But,
Well, that
To
sounds
be
like
fair,
Pierre's the bad guy.
but American politics is much more fun.
American politics is like freaking.
Survivor.
I had the word.
Reality
It's just a show.
Reality
It's a reality show.
So, yeah.
That's literally all it is. It's a massive reality show.
So,
and everybody loves to watch it.
Remember, we watched Survivor. We talk about Survivor and what we think is going to happen. This is exactly the same thing.
Oh yeah, this is
In many ways, the Republican primary has been like Survivor.
Yeah.
You know, every week they voted somebody off,
Yeah.
and now they're down to the final two.
And they're like, Ron,
it
you
was
gotta
crazy.
You got to step
Watching
down.
DeSantis and Haley making fire was wild.
Yeah. And then Ron
And she
had it.
set his ass on
No,
fire.
Ron had it. He just he
Ron had it, and then his fire went out. He just.
But yeah,
I tell you, bro, this is reality TV at its finest. It's actually real.
yeah.
Oh man.
All right, I think we could probably move on to something satanic.
Yes.
Never have I
AP
ever heard
News.
this before in my
Man
life.
accused of destroying satanic temple display at Iowa Capitol. Now charged with hate crime.
Yeah, you can't just destroy religious symbolism.
Satanic. Well, how bad
Satanic
was
temple is a religion.
It is.
You
Yeah,
can't-
it is a religion.
You can't do that.
Yeah, it is.
You go to jail for
hate
that.
crimes, right? So,
Is this it?
what
Damage
do you do?
satanic display shown it. Yeah, this is it.
I
What's
don't
the
see-
damage?
I don't see much damage.
The
Isn't it
candles
supposed
are
to
lit.
look like this?
The candles aren't lit. That's what the damage
Well,
is.
he blew the candles out. He blew the devil away.
He destroyed a statue of a
Shut up,
pagan
Himona.
idol. So there was a statue here. He
Oh.
knocked the statue down.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, I see it.
Somewhere here there was supposed to be a statue. So yeah, Mississippi man accused of destroying a statue of a pagan idol in Iowa State's capital is now being charged with a hate crime. The statue was brought to the Capitol by the Satanic Temple of Iowa under state rules allowing religious displays in the building during the holidays. See? Religion.
Yeah.
This is when you say freedom of religion, this is what you get, by the way.
That's it. Hey, freedom. I agree with it. Yeah, right to freedom of religion. So,
Yep. The move drew strong criticism from state and national leaders, including Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds and Florida Governor and presidential candidate Ron DeSantis, both Republicans.
whoa. President, like, hell is the story?
What?
Because Ron DeSantis isn't a presidential candidate anymore. Step down.
Well, it was destroyed on December 14th.
Okay, so,
But this story's from January 31,
weird.
8:15 a.m.
Just sloppy
So I'm
writing.
assuming-
Sloppy writing.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well, no,
so
at the time, he
incident
was-
happened
No,
here, and now
January-
we've got
Today's
charges.
January 31st. He was not the. I get, but
No. At the time that it happened,
still seems weird for
that
him to say
he-
that.
Just which part down here?
Yeah, I was like, and president candidate, they could just say Florida Governor Ron DeSantis now. But yeah,
Oh,
okay.
you mean the and presidential
Yeah,
candidate?
I just don't
guess.
see why. Like, it's January 30th. There's no point to put that in there, unless they needed the 2 extra words.
Probably.
Yeah, that's my new
But
thing.
wait, they could put in former presidential
They
candidate.
could. That would have been fine. That would have been
Would've been one
fine.
more
Former,
word.
because he would have been former. Like,
Mhm.
so
they'd have hit that word count even quicker.
again, my English is horrible, so maybe I'm wrong.
So the figure depicting the horned deity Baphomet was destroyed beyond repair. It was a sad day. It was a very
You
sad
know,
day.
again, there's a lot. I walk down the street every day and see things I don't agree with. I'm not going to destroy it. Like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, right? Like, I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
So Michael Cassidy, a former congressional and legislative candidate from Mississippi, was charged the next day with 4th-degree criminal mischief, a misdemeanor. Told the conservative website Sentinel that, quote, "My conscience is held captive to the word of God, not to bureaucratic decree, and so I acted."
And so he's gonna, yeah. But no, that's too bad. I don't agree. I'm all for religion.
Well-
Like, I'm not religious. I made that pretty clear many times. I'm all for people to practice, whether it be that spaghetti monster or Scientology or else, you know. And those are just two
Yeah,
crazier
this guy, it says he's former candidate, so he didn't win office, so no shit. I mean, sounds like he's a little cuckoo. He just decided that my conscience is held captive by the word of God. Okay, you need to get checked out, sir. That is actually, I need you to get checked into a mental health facility immediately.
No,
At no point should your conscience be held captive by the word of any sentient being.
Yeah.
non-sentient.
Your voices in
whatever.
your head.
Just saying, that's weird. If you're acting on the voices in your head, you're a little crazy. So, let's see. A document made public Tuesday charged him with felony third-degree criminal mischief. Wait, I thought this said
So
fourth
jump from
degree.
misdemeanor, fourth degree. Yeah.
Now public period. Okay, so yeah, they upgraded the charge. Okay, now it's a felony. All right, third-degree criminal.
Now felony. See, maybe I guess, but
Alleges the acts were committed in violation of individual rights. Evidence shows the defendant made statements to law enforcement and the public indicating he destroyed the property because of the victim's religion. Yeah.
Okay, he admitted. Okay. Yes.
He admitted right up there. Yeah, he did.
Mhm.
He admitted it, which is violation of an individual's right to religion. You can't violate people's rights to religion, and that upgrades the charge.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. 100% agree.
This is why everything you say can and will be used against you.
Now, did they read him his rights before he said that? Maybe they didn't, and then they can't be used against you.
I'm sure he'll say it again.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, that is pretty crazy. Because
also, don't they just hand you a card that says all of it now?
No, they pull out the card so they don't. Because if they say it and they say it wrong, they can actually lose a case because of it. So most of them will pull out a card and read it word for word. Because if they don't say it, and sometimes your adrenaline's going, you just taste somebody. All you have to say is you have the right to an attorney. Other than saying you can't afford one, if you say miss that, if you can't afford one, that's not the Miranda rights. Miranda is the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last name of somebody. Cassidy is scheduled to be arraigned February 15th. He has raised more than $84,000 for his defense. Who the hell is giving this guy money? 2,000 supporters, according to his fundraising site Gives and Go.
People who are
these are people who support not letting people have freedom of religion.
Yeah, and that's not cool though. Yeah, but they have the right to donate to it too. So I get it. It's one of those things. Like let them. If they spend their money, it's okay. Go right ahead. So.
Yeah. Seems like 2001 people who
did you hear what happened in Canada? Is people donated to help get some food to the truckers when they had that convoy, and then Justin Trudeau shut down all their bank accounts. I'm like, nope, you donated $5. I'm gonna make it so you can't pay rent this month or get groceries. Bye. But
I'm very confused about some of this.
Which part?
Because it says it doesn't believe in Satan, but describes itself as an untheistic religious organization that advocates for secularism, right? So it's separate from the Church of Satan, but they still use the Church of Satan's idol as a thing.
Okay, so is it? Hey, that's something that lawyers are gonna have to get to. So maybe that's getting the case right there. Again, it wasn't right, but.
Well, no, he still destroyed the property.
Yeah, so he should definitely get it. But now, does that's where it becomes a felony or a misdemeanor, right?
Well,
I don't know, because they can still technically use that as their deity that they worship. It just seemed weird to me that I think it's just the way that it's written, or at least the article itself. Because the article itself tells me that they're a Church of Satan, but then it also says it's separate from the Church of Satan within the article.
Yeah.
But that could be the article.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they include the part where it's separated, because this makes sense to me. The Church of Satan doesn't worship Satan either. Like, you know the one religion that does believe in Satan?
Christianity, or basically.
But Satan, but Satan was a god at one point, wasn't he?
He was an angel.
No, he was an angel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fell from heaven because, he didn't want to follow God's word to a T. And God was like, you're an angel, you have to. Humans have free will. Angels don't. And he's like, well, that's stupid. And so God said, fuck you. And so there you go. Satan exists.
I was just watching this last night.
Which, I don't know why they don't worship him. He's not even the bad guy in the story.
Last night I was watching the episode of South Park where they were talking about how they became Mormon. How they found them.
Oh, God.
That's such a
that
funny
happened
episode.
In Missouri. I've literally been where that happened.
Yeah, it's such a funny episode. It's like, I don't know. It was a really good funny. It's like, oh, I got to read a book. And they throw the paper out. It was like, oh, I'm going to write a different testimony. It's going to be close, but not the same. And they're like, oh, yes, let's do that. But, again, not bashing religion. I just thought it was a funny episode of South Park. It was a very funny.
No, I'm definitely going to bash Mormons.
I'm not.
They're bashable.
Oh, so
They are the dumbest religion. I'll say
and
it.
that's your opinion, right? But again, I don't agree with many of the things they do, but own right. So.
No, I mean, but theirs is the dumbest religion. Like they literally think it got founded in Missouri.
Yeah.
They think Jesus is coming back to Missouri, Jefferson City specifically.
That is a funny thing, even though he's from even though the
and not just like the land where Jefferson City is, literally Jefferson City by name. Jesus is like, that's actually the name I know to go to in their religion.
Do you think that's the dumbest religion?
Dumb it is.
I personally Jehovah's Witnesses, the worst religion, dumbest religion ever. But that's my personal experiences. But that's me.
Well, what's dumb about them?
Many things where they
What's one?
you're not allowed to celebrate your birthday, Christmas thing, but that's just one thing. Not that you're Christian, but you're not allowed to, like, they don't celebrate birthdays and all that. There's only space for a certain amount of people in heaven. Not everyone, only a certain amount of people can go to heaven.
Well, every religion believes that.
Okay, and this is the one that always threw me off, is like, okay, but once you die, you're dead. But when you get resurrected by Jehovah, you're going to go hang out and cuddle with the tigers and the lions, and you're all going to hang out in a nice garden together.
Wait, they do reincarnation in Jehovah?
Oh, yeah, but not until Armageddon. But again, this isn't a religious podcast. We can have banter with God on Sundays if you want to have a new show. But that's
we're not having banter with God.
This is banter with God. No, God-line banter. But okay,
yeah. So yeah, the weird thing, why those 2,000 people, as well as Kim Reynolds and Ron DeSantis, had a problem with this statue, I don't know. And that's what they were saying there, is that Ron DeSantis had a problem with the statue coming to Iowa.
Okay.
And so did Kim.
And no, Kate, the thing is,
you're allowed
to have a problem.
They genuinely shouldn't.
But again, no, you shouldn't. But you're allowed to, like, there's a lot of people.
But they're Republicans. That's the party of freedom of religion, isn't it?
But I'm just saying, a lot of people have problems with things. They're allowed to announce it, but that's give them the right to go and destroy it, right? Like, I have a problem with my neighbor still having their Christmas lights up that shine in my room every goddamn day.
That's not what Dustin was saying. They were against it actually being there to begin with.
Yeah. Ron DeSantis and Kim Reynolds were opposed to that statue being put in a place where it's legally allowed to be put. These are people in a position of legislative power in my country who don't think something that's legal and good is legal and good.
And luckily for you, DeSantis.
And I see egg on their face because they're the party that tries to get the Christian evangelicals on their side. Well, this is a freedom of religion issue, so they're hypocrites.
It's very unfair just because it's a religion that they don't like.
Yeah, that's literally.
I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I'm not.
They literally decided it's a religion they don't like, so they're going to be anti-free religion in this case. But you go and listen to any speech from Ron, and he'll talk about freedom of religion as though he's for it, but he's not for it.
But DeSantis is.
Well, yeah, he will not be my future president.
No,
you can at least say that. He dropped out. According to Trump, he's a loser. And I agree.
What was did?
And I approve this statement.
Yeah, I approve.
I forget DeSantis. Get Trump's name.
Oh, DeSanctimonious. So that's too long, so you just called him
DeSanctimonious.
DeSanctis. Even though Sanctus doesn't make sense.
He's like, I'm gonna retire that name. He's now Ron DeSantis because DeSantis. Oh,
was that after he dropped out?
Yeah. So yeah.
He's like, I'll stop name calling you now that you quit.
So.
All right. Well, hey, this next one's somewhat of a follow-up.
Yeah.
CBC brings us this one. First human has received Elon Musk's Neuralink brain implant, billionaire says. Patient recovering well, Musk said.
You know what? And I think you were here when we talked about Neuralink last time.
Yeah. Wait, maybe.
Was I?
Yeah, but
we'd have to check the notes on that one.
But yeah, but the patient's recovering well, Musk said, but no details.
Shared. Yeah.
Okay. Now, like I've talked about this a lot of people go, I'm not getting Neuralink ever, blah blah blah. Good. You don't need to get Neuralink. This is that's for people who can't walk, who people can't talk and stuff like that. That's what the patients are using it for.
Well, it's not even just that. It's people who have no other things that were ever going to work. It's similar to that MAID thing we were talking about for Canada. It's people in that same situation.
So, I don't know this.
No,
Like, at least this
it
is
better
true.
be. They better not be putting this in people who have another medical option.
No, okay, well maybe but that's the thing. That's not the same.
Last time we talked about this, it was the same.
Yeah, okay, but you're saying it's
It
the
was gonna
same.
be
It's
straight
like,
up
no, other
people
than
who are dying and
other
terminal.
than just killing the person, they're gonna offer. It's like, you know what, we could do this. So I don't think it's the same. But
If there is another option on the table, I don't think you give them Neuralink.
antidepressant.
Neuralink
but again,
is only.
then now are we talking about the rule right now, or the one that was supposed to go through on March 17th here? In
The
Canada?
rule as it is right now.
Okay, then yes, you are correct.
Not the figment of our imagination that didn't pass. Why would we talk
Figment
about
of
that?
imagination. It's not. It's not a figment of
It
imagination.
didn't pass.
No, it is passing. They just postponed it. So
And when it passes, let me know.
yes,
Because
when
we
it
did an article
does,
of it.
you'll
It's
see.
not.
You'll
being a
see
thing.
thousands of people killing themselves legally. So
I mean, I doubt it because it's being delayed and will
yes,
probably
but
be
once it's
dismissed,
legal, though,
according to that article we did.
But yeah, so the first patient received an implant from Elon Musk's computer's brain. Interference company. That's a weird computer.
Yes,
brain.
completely healthy patient. Oh wait, no.
Yeah. Well, no, that's good. It's you don't like, but
It
that's the
won't
thing,
be.
though, right? So, in a post money on X, a platform formerly known as Twitter, gonna have to stop saying that soon. But Musk said that the patient received the implant the day prior and it was recovering well. He added that the internal results showing promising neuron spike detection. So,
What does that mean?
that the computers are showing that it's working, that it's connected to his brain. Maybe sending the signals to
the next sentence is the answer to my question.
Yeah.
What does
Go
that
for it.
mean?
You can
Spikes are activity by neurons, which the National Institute of Health describes as cells that use electrical and chemical signals to send information around the brain and to the body.
Yeah, when you ask a question that you should know, you should kind of let me know so I don't give you my answer. Which honestly is not all the
Well,
time.
I wasn't expecting you to be like, "Oh, that's this." When I asked, "What's neuron spike
See, the thing,
detection?"
it's like I'm
Why
right.
do you know
I
that?
am right sometimes, so you know. Like,
Why do you know that?
Like,
because I know a lot of things. Okay, like
you're
some
not
things
supposed
I
to
don't
answer
know.
rhetorical
some things
questions.
But yeah,
All right. So it's brain activity. Why
Yeah,
did they just say
so-
brain activity? So was it a brain dead person or what's up?
Again, that's who knows. But no, but maybe it's not brain activity. But if the brain now is
No additional
communicating with the
details.
Neuralink, that's something, right? So
Promising neuron spike detection. I don't know if that necessarily means it's interacting with the Neuralink.
again, we don't know. I'm not the scientist. There's
I mean, it could be the highly invasive surgery that it's spiking after. You know, you
But
got to
who
put
knows?
that thing inside
It
them.
could be, maybe it's a very small surgery. Maybe it's just like a stint. No, can't. We don't know the surgery.
What?
Is it open brain surgery, or do they just put a stint in there and follow some?
Well,
nerve?
let's see. According to the billionaire, no additional details can be provided.
Yeah, right now, down the road, they will let us know.
No, that's proprietary information. Actually.
Right now, because they're still in.
He's never gonna
They're
release
still
it.
beta testing it. You know, right? So
I didn't think
He
you were
said
allowed to
test.
beta test on
Yeah.
humans.
that was just
He
me being
said
facetious,
beta
so
test. That
I
was
said
hilarious.
beta test. Yeah.
Beta testing on humans, you say?
Yeah, but they've been doing that for years. Come on, so
Yeah, with games.
no, but I'm just saying in general too. Like,
Well, no. I mean, pharmaceuticals use animal testing.
Yeah.
And it's literally the law.
And
You
then
can't
they-
skip to
they
human
do
trials
animals-
without having
then they
animal
skip
trials.
to human trials, or who are the beta testers for the human trials?
But you don't skip to that.
No,
So
they did this. They didn't do this. They did this on rats and mice. I guarantee it. They did it.
did it work?
It must have. I said,
What
phase.
did it do? What did it do for the rats?
Made them move computers. I don't know.
It treated their brain disorders.
And helped the pinky and the brain take over the world.
It helped them overcome brain
Never.
injuries.
You don't think they're ever going to take over the world?
Well, this is supposed to treat
Only
brain
one of
disorders
them.
and brain injuries. Is the point?
Yeah.
So the answer to that would be they affirmed that they were healthy afterwards. They no longer had their brain injuries or brain disorders. That would be the answer.
But it's not
The
gonna
rats
happen
were
overnight.
healthy.
Not gonna
That
happen
should have been your
overnight.
answer. That the rats were healthy, and then I would have asked how often.
Yeah.
100% of the time, 50% of the time. How often did the rats die?
And- No matter
Right.
what trial it is, rats are going to die. So, but yeah, well.
Right, and that's where the next threshold is. Just doing animal trials isn't enough. You have to prove safety.
So
This was why everybody threw their hands up about the vaccine stuff, because it skipped some of these safety tests.
Yeah.
So you got to go through all those things. I'd love to see Neuralink's evidence.
Yeah, and again, it's been one day. It's gonna take time, or 2 days. It's gonna take some time to show what's gonna happen, right? So
So the company is looking for people with quadriplegia due to cervical spinal cord injury or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. Oh, Lou Gehrig's.
ALS.
No wonder they don't. No wonder they called ALS and Lou
Yeah,
Gehrig's.
exactly.
Yeah.
Amyotrophic.
I think no. I don't. I'm not for. Like. I don't know if you ever talked to this on the show. I mean, on the show. I'm not for like chips and people and tracking stuff. But this is for people who volunteer and they want to try to get better. So I think that. And if they can make them, if they can make them actually maybe walk again or be able to talk, not even talk, but just have the movement to move a computer so they can actually have a conversation. Imagine being able to think in your head, but you can't do anything with your body. That'd be horrible. And someone can come by and put your, like they can make it so you can actually have a conversation. Give you a voice on the computer.
Yeah, I mean that'd be great.
Oh, like
But that's their initial goal isn't really that far a leap.
what's
The
it?
initial goal of the so-called brain-computer interface is to give people the ability to control a computer cursor or keyboard using their thoughts alone.
So they can communicate with
So
that. They can communicate with
yeah,
that cursor.
yeah.
Wait, like their bodies are able to do it, or
Yeah,
like telepathically?
their body. They can be like, I want the mouse to go to the corner. The mouse, and like, I don't know how it works that way, but like, know how I want to pick up this coin. My brain told me to pick up that coin really, really quick, right? So boom, I picked up the coin. That's what it's doing. It's like your mouse is now your hand. So like before you even think it, you're doing the action. But that's not true. But it happens so quick that
So like how we do it now, basically.
exactly. No, of course they're not gonna have a hand, but maybe down the road they'll be able to get the technology where they can have a robot. They already have stuff like that for amputees that can actually control it. So
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I think it's a great deal. I don't think they should force it on anybody. It's only do it. Yeah. It'd be amazing to see somebody can't communicate with their mom or dad or their kid. That'd be something. Even though it's not their voice, they're communicating. It's something,
The company previously announced that the US FDA had approved its investigational device exemption, which generally they bypassed it, which allows a sponsor to begin a clinical study, quote, in patients who fit the inclusion criteria. So they get to bypass some of the correct ways to do this for some reason.
But maybe okay. Now this is no my thought. But maybe that person they did it to was doing it. Found out they have cancer. I got 3 months to live. Okay, well let's put the advance ahead to see what we can do. They're gonna die in 3 months from cancer. Let's try to do a human study right now. Right?
Yeah, we have laws around situations like that.
So, and is that Ron? That guy really wanted it. And is it Ron? He's gonna die. Let him.
Well, are you asking me morally or legally? The obvious answer, morally.
Yeah.
Let him have whatever he wants.
Yeah. So,
Legally, though, in my country, probably not. We're gonna have a lawyer look at this very closely.
yeah, it goes up to the Supreme Court.
Most likely not. You gotta be very careful. Like, that's why he went and got this investigational device exemption.
Yeah.
Without that, he would absolutely go to court for putting this in a human.
So he did the right move. He did the right move.
He went and got an exemption so that he can have this in patients who basically fit a very specific criteria. And that criteria was provided as part of the exemption approval process. So it's got to be very narrow in who is actually available to use this. Which is why I was likening it to what your maid thing was, because it's a very specific set of circumstances for people.
Yes.
And the inclusion criteria. This term right here is what I was saying. It's MAID has an inclusion criteria as well.
Right now,
it's basically people who are in a situation where you morally should let them have it.
I said that's okay, and I'm all for that.
Right.
But come March 17th, as of 3 days ago, on March 17th, it was going to be okay for people who have mental illness and including depression to sign up for MAID. Now, luckily, they pushed that back, and hopefully it gets disqualified. They got to look into it. Like we're talking about psychosis, schizophrenia, not
Well,
just
the
depression,
article
right? So,
we remember we actually had to look up the other things. The article didn't even say what it would cover.
yes,
It was vague.
and that's because the law is vague.
And you mentioned depression about 1,000
Yeah.
times, even though the article never did.
That article,
And
there's
you're
a
doing it
million
again.
articles out there. There's many
And
things about it.
so
But okay,
it's
but that's
obviously
why they
sounds crazy
that's why
when
they
you say it
canceled
that
it.
way.
So now they can look into it anymore, and they can have that guidelines. Mental illness is a big open gap, right?
I can't
Mental
say
illness
that
can
they
be
delayed
anything.
it because of depression either, because the article didn't say depression.
That article didn't say schizophrenic either, right? So
No, it said it was delayed.
yes, it was
We were
delayed
reporting on it
because
delayed, so we
before it
can't
wasn't delayed.
We can't
It was
suppose
mental
why it was
illness,
delayed.
including depression. It said that, not the article we read, but I've come across articles in the past, and that's why a lot of people are mad about it, because mental illness is an open thing. Depression can be cured. Some things can't. Okay, but go into this again over and over again. Right.
But along with everything else, it would have specific inclusion criteria that's not just
And that's why they
depression.
postponed it.
And that's the end of it. Just, oh, you have depression? Okay, you fit.
Yeah.
No, it would never be that little. That doesn't
No.
make sense with the rest of what Made did.
But
So
that's
it
the
doesn't
thing
make
with-
sense to me.
But yes,
and the article
because that's why
corroborates
they're
what I'm
stopping
saying.
it. Because it was so poorly written that that's what it sounded like. So that's why they have to change it.
Is there anything else on Neuralink here?
I don't know.
Telepathy? You think you can get some telepathy?
Yeah,
That's the name of his first product for it.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, because you're moving something through your mind. That's exactly what you're doing. So
he's literally gonna call it telepathy.
But that's what it is. So
it only costs $18,000. You do have to have a Prime study trial before you can get it.
Yeah.
Startup's Prime study is a trial for its wireless brain-computer interface to evaluate the safety of the implant and surgical robot. What? What does that even mean? Like, I don't even know what the first 4 words mean. The startup's Prime study. Why is that capitalized?
Is maybe that's what's his name?
It's called telepathy.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
It was very unclear which thing is the product he's building and selling. What is Prime study?
It's the study of Amazon.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, Neuralink Prime.
They gave him a fine of $2,400.
Can afford it. Do we start a GoFundMe for that, or? Right. Okay. Well, I think we got a few more stories here.
That's weird. It just went on a weird tangent at the end about hazardous materials.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
what?
I'm pretty sure that was CBC, wasn't it? So.
Well, yeah.
They're all over the place. From the Gizmodo, Japan Zoo recaptures escaped bear in adorable emergency drill. A zoo in Hiroshima had employees cosplay a Japanese black bear to simulate a real animal escape. So I don't have control at the moment. So, but they used a fake bear. Yes, they gotta do it sometime.
Well, you can't do this with a real bear,
like,
right?
Then yeah, but a guy in a costume is gonna act different than a guy in a bear.
No, so you have that guy watch a lot of videos. That way he can,
And that's it's that
maybe
bear.
we get Jim
no, that's a
Carrey.
dog. Were you here for the dog?
The
That could
dog?
dress up in a dog suit, Himoto?
No.
Remember the guy, the Japanese guy who became a dog? That was early
What?
podcast days. Yeah, but he spent like $50,000 to become a dog. He was a dog. He was living with a dog. He had somebody walk him and all that. So
This bear is too happy.
yeah, look at that.
I
bear,
couldn't
so.
get in character. I couldn't get in character as the victim
Yeah.
with this bear. No matter, even if, like I was going to say, put Jim Carrey in it so that you'd get the best acting bear you could.
Yeah.
Even if it was Jim Carrey, like that face.
It's too adorable.
It's too adorable.
Yeah.
Like, I want to poke your cheeks. I'm going to do it. You can't
So-
stop me.
Literally, that's
Get
it.
back
So
in your
what-
pen. Get
what
back in your
happened,
pen.
so?
The Asa Zoological Park in Hiroshima, Japan, held what might be the cutest emergency drill ever this past Sunday. The zoo had a worker cosplay as a bear on the loose to simulate an animal escape. The faux ursine was successfully corralled by the large group of employees who went through the motions of bringing it down with a tranquilizer gun. Holy shit!
The
Wait,
motions,
what?
yeah. Well, that's how you put it. That's how you get a
Wait,
bear.
what?
Like they say by, like, yeah, but how do you get a bear?
Maybe. The drill is apparently an annual tradition at the zoo, according to Japanese news outlet the Yomiuri Shimbun, one that's performed in full view of the public. This time around, the scenario involved a male bear that had escaped from its cage via a tree that had fallen from a preceding earthquake. Despite the brown coloration of their costume, the disguised employee was reportedly supposed to represent one of the zoo's Japanese black bears. I was actually wondering that myself when it
Yeah.
said black bear, and then we saw the brown. I was
Yep.
gonna call it out, but I was like, nah, I'll just move on. But no, they did. But no, I didn't realize they would. The other thing, I didn't realize they'd have like a scenario. A
Okay,
tree
yeah,
had
but
fallen.
there's
Like
a
they have
lot
a
of
whole backstory
so,
for how
yeah.
this escape happened.
But now this is just a quick thought here, I guess, because they do this yearly, and now they're having fun with it with a cute bear and all that, and people are taking pictures and videos. Wouldn't that make them less likely to be able to do it in real life situation around?
I don't know. I mean, we do fire drills in
Um,
office buildings. Do those help?
I not really know
yes.
because
They don't. They think they do.
I don't think because then people think, oh, just another alarm, and they sit there until shit gets
Yeah,
serious.
but you're meant to remain calm.
Yeah.
So that's what that's for. This one,
People
might
still
end up
freak
just
out.
approaching the
so,
bear. I feel like those are two different situations. They're not really the same sort of
But
comparison.
the staff be
'Cause if
fine.
everybody starts freaking out, it's
Yeah.
one thing.
Jay says plus
But
one
it-
RP to everyone involved. I assume she means in the bear cosplay
Yes,
scenario
100%.
here.
But yeah,
Look,
just
I
quick
mean,
thought there, but yeah.
it's the attention to detail that's really got me on this. Like they even
What
like the
attention to
preceding
detail?
earthquake caused there was an earthquake that caused the tree to fall. The tree falling proceeded to allow the brown bear to have an escape plan, or the black bear to have an escape. Like there was a real life earthquake that they used as backstory.
Yeah, so hey, they're committed, right? So
That's committing,
once
yeah.
the fake bears started rampaging through the zoo, a group of around 20 employees and veterinarians carried out their containment plan. They used barricades, nets, and even a rake to pin the bear.
A rake?
Fuck off. Yeah.
A rake isn't very efficient and it's kind of cruel.
Sorry, a rake. Oh yeah. You think a bear's just gonna let you poke him with a rake? Give me
I'm
a
more
break.
worried about the efficiency. Like it's not gonna work. It's a rake. The
Yeah, but
nets and
I'm-
barricades, okay.
I'm curious about the nets, to be honest.
I think yeah, you're gonna net a bear. Like a bear's gonna easily take.
Well, no. I'm curious about like what the nets were. Like what are they like when they say nets? I'm not. People might think like little butterfly nets.
No,
or
I'm
whatever, but
thinking the
thinking
big
like,
nets.
what, is
fishing
it like
nets.
a heavy duty
Like,
net?
A
Like
bear
you know the
net.
fishing nets you see people fish. I'm not gonna do
bear
that
net.
motion one more time, but yeah.
Look up bear net. I gotta see a bear net.
Unless it's a one, but it's a bear net to catch them from a falling tree. Because there's those nets.
wait, show me.
Look at that polar bear. He's out
Oh
the
my gosh! No.
Bear net.
bear
Or
net.
this one, or this one, like this one.
Not the freaking bear net, little
This
brown
one.
bear net. Look at the bear nets that you're getting from bear net. Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at that poor polar bear. But he kind of looks like he's having fun. He's like, yo, what you doing? Right? So. But yeah, so it was a big net. But again,
bear
you're
net.
not going to catch a fucking 500-pound black bear that's running at you. Running, you know? Like, I don't
Well,
know.
no, but you don't have to stop it. Once it gets in the net, it's kind of tangled up, right?
Yeah, maybe. Or just more pissed,
So,
and you're
you
right
gotta
there, and
do
he's
it.
going to attack you. But
All right, so they pretended to tranquilize their coworker. Oh, that's good. They pretended that part.
Yeah.
And wrapped them in a net. Okay, so they used the net after tranquilizing.
hauled them away in the back of a van.
So
That
they didn't
is
stop it.
sketchy.
Yeah,
They
that
used
is-
the
that
barricades
is
to bring
pretty
it to a
sketchy.
stop. Oh yeah, did they actually? You don't have to complete that part of it, do you?
But yeah, they did. It's like
Throwing your
it's-
coworker in the back of a
yeah,
van.
no, they're committed.
That just sounds so scary.
Real, so. Let's see. Let's watch it. Let's
Oh, there's a short video. Can I? See
1 minute 6 seconds. Okay, let's watch. You're not gonna need the sound anyway, because Yeah, look how friendly that bear is.
Yeah, I don't think that bear's even trying to hurt anybody. Look, this kid's not even like worried.
Yeah, now that kid's gonna see a bear in real life and be like, "Hey, I want a hug." They got a leash. Oh, they
Decapitated.
Oh,
They're making sure that people stay at
come
a distance.
on, Kimmy. There's no way. That's like.
Nah, bro, that bear is gonna swat you. And
They're
it's
dead.
over.
They're dead.
there's the ring.
Whack him on the head.
No,
yeah,
not the
just
ring.
poke the bear. Have you not heard the saying?
Whoa,
Let's not poke
there's
the bear.
trank. There's the trank.
Don't poke the bear. And yet they're fucking whacking him on the head with a fucking rake. So
These kids are so happy that they just tranked that
yeah,
coworker.
so yeah, so they'd all be hurt, dead.
All right, throw him in the van.
And they-
Throw him in.
Bro,
At least they didn't
just-
throw him in there. They just placed him down gently. So, oh my god, so silly.
Now, bear zoo escapes aren't an everyday threat, of course, but they do occasionally happen. Apparently, last February, one happened. A bear named
Missouri,
Ben,
yeah.
St. Louis Zoo in Missouri. Not once, but twice in the span of a month. Both escapes were
Damn.
short-lived. Ben was eventually moved to Texas.
Where you can't learn. Yeah, because they probably didn't fix how he got out. And bears are not stupid. They're like, "Oh, this way, I'm gonna do it
They
again."
gave him a moat.
So
He
yeah,
got an upgrade.
yeah, bears
Free
can-
upgrade.
Mhm.
Sport. Free upgrade.
I don't blame the bears. The bear probably doesn't want to be locked up in a friggin' cage all the time. He wants to get out.
And the rest is just about how the bears are endangered and stuff. Which,
But
yeah, that's...
I'm sorry, all those people.
Look, this was
who
just
think-
a cute story of a weird
Yeah.
thing that Japan does.
But any
That's
of
why I
those
brought
people who
it.
think they're gonna be able to stop a bear with a rake and a net like that, I hope they got a good lawyer. So
Look,
like,
If we read about somebody who thought that it would work and then didn't, and they died, that'll be a story I click. So we'll talk about
I'm
it.
pretty surprised they didn't say bad bear too. Bad bear. No. So okay. Well, we
We did
actually
have
only
the
got
audio
two
off.
more stories.
Whoa. Canadian intelligence, breaking news. They
What
know
media?
China meddled in the last two elections.
Canadians have intelligence.
Oh yeah, of course. Again, that's
that's
why
news.
Trudeau left, because he's got friggin' his hand in someone's pocket, or he's holding the pocket. But yeah, last two stories are kind of related. So, from the global news, Iran threatens strong response to any U.S. strike after Jordan attack. So Iran's pretty much saying from what I
So
see.
I think both these last two are kind of related.
Yeah, they
too,
are. I
so-
did say that too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
Well, sometimes I'm reading chat to make sure we didn't miss chat either. Yeah.
Iran
But
threatens
yeah.
strong response. Yeah, so they're saying that U.S. can't retaliate against the strike that killed 3 Americans.
Well, they're saying if they do, then they'll respond.
Yes, so but that's a threat. That's just I'm saying if you do, we do this.
Right.
So.
Now, of course, the last time we talked about this, the U.S. says they're gonna.
No, but
I
remember,
forget. Didn't Biden give like
Yeah.
a 2-word answer?
yeah,
or something?
he's changed that at the end. He's like, well, I forget what it was, but yeah, Iran threatened Wednesday to devastatingly respond to any U.S. attack on Islamic Republic.
Decisively.
Decide my bad. Attack on the Islamic Republic following President Joe Biden's thinking of Iran. Iran, that must be that other.
We were trying to figure out last time if Tehran was the capital of Iran, and if that's why they're mentioning it in place of just using Iran again because it was
Tehran,
already
do
in the
that.
sentence once. So they do that thing where it's like,
Iran,
you got to go to the source,
Iran.
right?
We
You don't want to
soldiers
say
anyway.
the same word too many times.
But yeah, so what is America supposed to do? Not retaliate? Like, now, I don't know what's gonna happen with this because they can't just let people come in and keep kill their people.
It says the U.S. has signaled it is preparing for a retaliatory strike.
Yeah. Now,
Uh,
they were originally going to go right at Iran, I heard, but they changed their mind because even though it's probably funded by Iran, you can't be shooting.
well, I mean, does this article have any of that, or
Because just saying that, then Russia should attack America. No, okay, shouldn't say those words. Russia could attack America because America's been funding Ukraine, right? So,
well, I mean, pretty sure America has already done things to Iran
yeah.
and gotten away with it. So
But-
like that was
Again,
my only
I-
contention. There's
like,
like you're saying America can't do that?
Yeah, but
we
I
can.
hope I think Iran should be
We-
put in
we
the
can.
ground. They're like I hate to say that, but the whole government, they're horrible people. They're all terrorists, and they don't care about us here in the western side of the.
Well, terrorism is just like your opinion, man.
They killed 100 and some. I have to get the number. They flew a passenger plane out of the sky, and that's it. And then Justin Trudeau went and bowed to him like 2 weeks later. So that makes Trudeau a piece of shit too. But yes, I have the right to think Iran's a piece of shit country because they've killed a whole bunch of Canadians. We're actually all Iranian too, Iranian Canadians, but they're still Canadians.
There's people in Canada from Iran.
A bunch of people who we like. Yeah. So
I didn't know you guys took a bunch of Iranians.
yeah. So
Was it by force?
no, we
Or did they want you? Did you forcibly take them, or did they come on their own?
176 people died. Just as you know, so 176 people got killed because Iran didn't care, and then Justin Trudeau went and bowed to them.
Joe Trudeau.
But why? Why does it matter? Why wouldn't they want to come to Canada? You know, like I'm sure there's a lot of great Iranian people. The government's great.
Well,
I hate China. I hate China government, but the Chinese people most people are great. So
look,
you can hate the government, the terrorist.
A lot
actions.
of places restrict immigration from countries like Iran. That's why I don't know what.
But who
Canada
knows?
does.
They could have been here for a long time. Who knows, right? So
depending on which presidency you go back to, we also had bans from travel from Iran. So like we've had bans from because America also believes that whole terrorist thing. You know, and as soon as you classify them terrorists, you can prevent people from immigrating from there.
But Canada loves terrorists. Like Canada loves terrorists too. Let's not get me wrong, right?
So that's what I was trying to figure out. Like they immigrated.
Yeah, immigrated, but they're visiting family because they were just visiting family. They lived in Canada. They're Canadian. They're visiting family in Iran, and they got killed. 176 people shot down, and then Trudeau went and bowed to them several weeks later. Like, no, it's not.
Well, is it fair to say that not everyone in the government pulled the trigger, or are you collectively
he bowed down
them?
to their president or prime minister, whatever they call it there. So,
no, you're saying they shot down a plane, but they isn't every one of them.
They is Iran.
But Iran has a minister of education. Do you think the minister of education should be killed? For shooting down the plane?
The government should be abolished.
All of it, even their education department.
Well, no.
Why?
You have to target these things.
That's collective.
You can't just pick
right?
the entirety of the government.
But the Iranian, like Iran, I don't know. I have like they.
I mean, I know what you're saying, but you have to pick the ones that are actually making the decisions that are like that. Not saying everybody goes, because it's not a case of everybody had a say in it. Because not everybody has a say in it, right?
Like if Trudeau takes you to war with somebody, do you get pissed at your mayor as well?
Because you're at war?
Like your mayor, fuck my mayor, he's part of this.
My
Trudeau, right?
My mayor would be all for war and for letting people die. So yes, I would be mad. So
your mayor is for war.
But the mayor
how does your mayor even get to say that? There's no.
Because
how are you?
I'm trying to get elected as mayor. I don't have the.
No, she would. I said she would be for war. So.
But how do you know that?
Because
did she say that?
She's Jodai Gondike. She's a horrible person. So.
She's what?
Her name. She's just a horrible mayor.
But if you're a mayor, how do you ever say you're foreign platform? You don't have a foreign policy platform as a mayor.
Okay, what doesn't matter? The mayor's not federal anyway. I'm not talking about the mayors. Okay, in Iran, who knows? You might not even have mayors of cities.
Well, that's kind of the point I'm making, is that not everybody is a foreign policy person in government. But you're saying the entire government is bad because of their foreign policy.
That's what Americans say. All Republicans are bad because Trump's bad. Not Republicans, but no, people say that about Republicans.
Well, I would say dumb people make generalizations like that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, I'm just using that. Okay, but all the time. But okay, well maybe not everybody, but the mayors no. But should the defense minister? Yes. Should the president? Yes. Should the president, vice president? Yes. Anyone who is in the top commanders. Should the commander of the military? Yes. They should all be abolished.
I mean, typically, like if America had shot down a plane, there'd be an investigation. We'd want to know who did it specifically, and who was their boss, and who was their boss, and we would want those people, the bosses in the chain of command that pulled that trigger, to be punished. That'd be what we.
But in this case, nobody got punished. Yeah. Then Justin Trudeau went down there and bowed to them.
Right, but I wouldn't want the entirety of the Iranian government punished. That doesn't make
Like,
sense.
no, they all.
I
Like,
would want to
there's-
know who in the Iranian government made that decision. And I would
No,
pressure those above him
Iran's
to punish him.
I'm allowed my opinion. You said these things before. Iran's a government. I don't want to say dirty country because it's not the people. Their government is a shithole. They don't get they hate the Western world, and you know that. You have to know that.
I mean, I again wouldn't ever collectively say they and say something like
Yeah,
that. Like
not
there are people in
generalizing the
Iran who
entirety of the
don't hate
government.
America.
Yes,
Period.
that's but
and
most
one person
people
is
think
all it takes for your thing to be wrong.
No, that's just one person. There's a lot of people in that
They
line
is
that can
all.
kill
Yeah, but
them, so-
right?
one does make the one. It's the biggest difference.
But
It's all
Iran
that
has been
matters.
doing like I don't know. They killed 167 Canadians.
Yes, I would
Nobody
say
was
in
held
general,
responsible.
Iran is not an ally of
Then
America.
why didn't their president like okay they didn't do nothing but they're like oh they shook it under the rug.
Okay,
That
but that's
means-
their president.
yes that's
You're
the president.
talking about their
Okay,
leader,
their leader,
not
but
the entirety of their government.
but any good
So if you're
person
gonna
there
say
should be
they're-
saying something saying okay we should help we should look into this but no maybe that's kids will get killed too but just doing your job is an excuse to not do the right thing.
Well, I mean, I guess doing the right thing. What if you're not even in the room to do the right? Like you're blaming people who don't have a lever of control, though. People
That's
who
the
have no
world. That's the
control
way the
over it,
world
you're
works.
blaming.
So like that's just the way the world works. So
yeah,
Well,
but that doesn't
no,
mean it's
actually,
right.
you're saying the
Either
opposite of
way.
that. Even the
Like,
way
no,
the world
like-
works is no one's punished. Is the other thing you were saying. So
okay.
So-
but anyway, Iran's a dirty government. They're horrible, horrible people, and I'm not gonna
like
change my
you
stance.
want to blame them
God.
all, but you also understand no one will
I'm not blaming the
actually
people.
get blamed.
There's how I don't know how people live in Iran. I'm not blaming the Iranian people.
Just blame the people who are at fault. That's all you gotta do. Don't blame the people who did nothing or
Oh.
couldn't do anything about it to stop it.
Yeah,
well,
like the Minister of Education, who literally doesn't have a hand in pulling the trigger on fucking war.
but they,
like-
but they're all I don't know. Okay. Anyway,
Like there are people who don't have jobs that do terrorism to you. There are people who have jobs that are just trying to do things for the Iranian people.
yeah, but the government like that's just getting like the whole government. That's that's the horrible government.
To say that they're all bad is the problem. That's why I'm saying
Yeah.
here's an example of one that's not. In
Like
hopes
the
that
same
you'll be
way you're
oh,
gonna
you're right.
expose
I
it.
shouldn't broad stroke it. Right.
You say, how do you know the education minister isn't good? So maybe he is bad. He just looks good, you know?
But okay, you're the same way that we would say don't blame the general public for what the government did.
And I said
The same way you wouldn't. I'm not finished. It's the same way you wouldn't say you. It's the same way you would say don't blame people in the government that have no control over what's happening. Because it's the same. It's the same
I
logic.
can see your point.
Because they
but-
don't have
I
control.
can see your point, but then you get out of that government and you make a stand. If my boss right now did something that was against my views, and I had to sit there in a room with him and stand with him and clap with him, I wouldn't. I'd be like, okay, well, this means you're fired. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like
they
the
stay-
ramifications are
no, but
lessened
support. Okay, well
in
then,
your
if you
situation, though.
support a terrorist, you're part of the reason. Maybe they don't see terrorism, but
No, but they care about the country.
yeah.
Like he said, the Minister of Education, right? They
you say-
genuinely care about
Most
the education
politicians
of.
in the world don't actually care about their country.
That's irrelevant. Most aren't all still.
Yeah, and I'm not just saying Iran. I'm talking America, Canada, any country. Like,
I know, but
Just for
still,
the record,
most
right?
aren't
So-
all.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Because. Anyway, we're going way off topic here. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, we did.
Anyways, you wanted to. You were asking. I think you started that by asking something about good. Something. Like, how do I know their health minister's good? I don't. You set that bar of shooting a plane down. He didn't shoot the plane down, was all I was saying. So,
But-
also, he's an ophthalmologist just by practice. He's an eye doctor. Their minister of health is a doctor.
Okay.
Just fun fact.
I don't think the Minister of Health here is a doctor. You know what? I guess maybe that is a better thing. They're better than Canada then. See.
That sounds like something you should criticize Trudeau on that would be legitimate because he appoints that
Yeah,
position.
he does.
So you should criticize him for not appointing a doctor to a
I
health
criticize
position.
Trudeau every day. I criticize that piece of shit every goddamn day.
This is the first time I'm hearing that one. I agree with this criticism.
There's so many. I can go on for days.
Yeah, but half of them are just nonsense that has nothing to do with the actual politics.
No, because
mostly it's just he did blackface.
He did blackface. He gave a terrorist,
and he did do it
3 times. He gave a terrorist who killed an American $10.5 million. You know, like he's a horrible.
Yeah,
person.
well, he never gave the details on that either, did he?
Omar Khadr killed an American soldier by throwing a grenade at him back in 2000, I believe. Killed him. He went to jail. Then Trudeau's like, oh, he should have went to jail and gave him $10 million. $10.5 million.
Oh, and this article does talk about the plane downing. Now, of course, this article says it was mistakenly shot down.
Mistakenly doesn't matter. So,
now, how do you prove it was
matter.
intentionally shot down?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You still shoot it down. So.
No, but why doesn't it matter?
Well, no, intent,
why doesn't it matter? Not it's
intent matters in every crime. Intent matters.
Neglect is an excuse.
The level of the crime is dictated by with or without intent. It's literally like if you kill with intent versus killing without intent is different. Manslaughter versus murder.
Not one thing's happened with that still, though. So tell me that.
Right.
That's what's irritating about. Not one thing's happened from that. Not one thing.
So they're saying mistakenly shot down. So I'm asking you. Do we have evidence that it's definitely for sure shot down and they're just lying in this article?
Iran admitted it. Iran admitted it.
No,
they
it's
admitted
the government.
So. Admitted what?
That they
shot it?
So maybe I'll give them a point for that. That's about it. So
they admitted to shooting it, but was it a mistake?
Again, neglect is an excuse. So
what?
So they shot it by neglect.
You cannot. It's pretty hard to shoot down a passenger. How do you mistakenly shoot down a passenger?
Well, that's why I'm trying to figure out what you mean. Because
I think they accidentally shot a passenger plane and not a whatever they thought it was supposed to. I don't know. Right? I don't know.
Okay.
So they identified a plane that they thought they needed to shoot down and did, and then realized they shouldn't have shot it down.
Yeah. Ooh, too bad for those 176 people.
So
no,
that
it's
to
not
me
like
sounds
that.
like the intent isn't there. This is manslaughter.
Okay, then, but still, nothing's
This is
happening.
not murder.
Trudeau went down and got on
hearing.
his knees for the Iranian president, you know, like, so, but.
Is there a photo of that?
Let me see if
Trudeau on his knees?
Well, bowing.
I don't know if I want to see a photo of Trudeau.
Kneeling is way more, yeah. Joe Biden sniffing a microphone.
You thought I was a little kid, okay? Calm down.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so this article starts going on and on. So let's move on to the second part of this we've got. I think it's still about the same thing. From Yahoo News. We don't use Yahoo very often.
No, but
my Zoom isn't quite right on it here. No, you want to do this one?
Katabi Hezbollah. Hey, Hezbollah. Iran backed group suspends. I can't even do it. I can say Hezbollah part, but suspends attack against U.S. after drone strike. So, was it Hezbollah that did it then? Because they suspend. They've been. We talked about that too. They've been attacking Iran. They've been attacking America's soldiers for months now, but just haven't been killing anybody. The drones have been failing, right? So maybe that's.
An Iran-backed Iraqi militia suspected of a drone strike in Jordan that killed 3 U.S. soldiers says it has suspended operations against U.S. forces. Okay, so this is an Iraqi militia?
Hezbollah. But Hezbollah, is there Hezbollah? And
they're part of an umbrella group.
What is the Kataya?
Maybe because that's an umbrella. That's an umbrella. Because remember they said it was an umbrella group? That's an umbrella group of Hezbollah. Right?
So this is a subdivision of Hezbollah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, they keep saying this, and I don't know what this is, but... Okay. Which is part of it... Oh, fuck. They're going to explain it here.
Yeah, we should just go on again.
Again, I sit there and questions and think that the article's just going to answer. Most of the time, these things don't answer things. Just saying. Anyways, said this was to, quote, prevent embarrassment of the Iraqi government. What?
That doesn't make sense. Defense minister, actions speak louder than words.
I don't get it.
What did you get?
Was the strike to prevent embarrassment of the Iraqi government, or was the suspension of operations to prevent embarrassment of the Iraqi government? And in either case, why does Kataib Hezbollah care?
Yeah, because they don't care. Because they live there, maybe. I don't know. I guess they live in Jordan, but who knows?
So
U.S. President Joe Biden, meanwhile, said he had decided how to respond to the attack, but did not elaborate.
he knows what he's going to do, Jack.
Yeah.
He's
He's
going to do what he
already
did
forgotten.
to.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna buy
what did you
some
do
ice
that,
cream. We're gonna buy some ice cream. Like some chocolate chip ice cream. So.
And then we'll go to the pool, and you can rub my hair on my legs and watch them stand up again. What was the name of that guy he beat up with the chain?
Wasn't that something like
I should know this.
I was just listening today. Corn Pop.
Corn Pop.
Yeah. So
that's what he's gonna do. What he did to Corn Pop. That's what he's gonna do to them.
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. Okay.
The U.S. has hinted at an armed response that might come in several waves. Yeah, I've got a feeling we're going to. I mean, you said that we're not gonna, but I think we will because we can do it without a war starting. We have before.
I said this. I said it's gonna happen, but I thought it was gonna. I said it's gonna might cause a war, but I said they have to retaliate.
I thought you said America wouldn't strike Iran though.
Oh, Iran, but
yeah, I think we will.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
because we can.
Yeah.
Why not? We're America.
And you
just look at our history. We've struck so many countries and not been at war with them. It's crazy. You can go to war with. You can strike people without war.
Actually, you're right.
But it is kind of true because you bombed somebody. They're like, okay, you killed people, but if we come back, you're just gonna do it again, but 1,000 times bigger next
Plus,
time.
if it's a drone, it doesn't even count as a military operation. Just ask Barack Obama.
Is that what it is? Oh,
it's not a military operation if it's a drone.
Is that how he?
That's how you kill the most people with drones as a president in the United States in history. That's how you do it. He has the record. He set the bar high.
I hope
Biden can't beat it. Biden tried, but he can't.
I hope one day he gets charged for murder.
You can't though, because it's dominoes. You have to charge every president, and Carter's still alive.
I know every president may be. That's the thing, though, right?
All of them.
Carter's still alive. Did he die? No, his wife died. So.
I think Carter's still alive.
Carter just died, or maybe it was his wife.
How many presidents are alive? 5. Jimmy Carter is the oldest.
99. Yeah, so his wife died. That's what it was.
Oh. So we still got Obama, Clinton, Sr. Trump. Yeah. So. The other ones, you know all
that. Okay. All right. Well.
Bush.
That's. I don't have too much more on this. I guess there's more on here. I guess we're still not there.
Yeah, I don't really know where we're at.
Doesn't really matter. There's gonna be more war. He says actions speak louder.
Well, I mean, the important thing is Biden didn't specify how he's going to respond, and we haven't responded yet. That's the next step. So here's where all this took place, and that's why right here it's like by Iraq, Syria, and Jordan, all are right there, which is why it's such an important military place for us.
That's because they can probably hit every angle of those countries they want from there. So.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily hitting them; it's more having radar.
Yeah.
So you can know the flights that are happening. Right, which
so
is
why
drones are important because they fly under.
Why did they attack Jordan anyway, or the base at least?
Americans.
Well,
they've been doing it since the beginning. They've been doing it since the beginning since pretty much. They've been doing it forever. But
we can presume it's because of U.S.'s support of Israel.
Yes, they've been picking it up since. Been picking up
in basic terms.
I just don't think it's a smart thing to do.
Oh, not really. That's like trying to catch a bear with a net. No, it's not a good idea. So,
it's harder than that. For sure, it's
yeah.
harder than that. So, it just doesn't make sense.
Because America will blow the shit out of most people. Have enough power to do it, right?
So if I were to guess a little bit further, though, as to maybe more specific to this region, why it would have been hit, since it's so far from Israel and also from the Red Sea or whatever that stuff that's going on. Like, this is very interior. I would wager to guess that this is the territory is argued as to whose territory it is.
Maybe.
Meaning Jordan and Syria are contesting whose this is. And our base being there doesn't give it to Jordan by default, but we as Americans probably make that statement.
Yeah.
Because that's how we do.
That's U.S. land, though. That's American land.
So if I were to guess, Syria probably believes this is actually theirs and that we're illegally occupying. Our response to that would be, no, we're in Jordan, which is an ally, and we are legally occupying our military base there. Again, I have to say that was a guess. based on the little I know about Syria and Jordan, and
All
why
right.
we're there.
Yeah, we're actually running pretty late here, so I don't think we need to go into much more.
Yeah, the story. I'm not clicking this,
Yeah, it's all
but they're
good.
going to bolster security. So, that's the other thing that was weird. It was a drone that came in,
And they let it in.
They basically let it in. It's almost like one of the questions was, how didn't they catch it and
They
stop
thought
it?
it was there. They thought it was one of their drones.
Yeah. I don't know if it was this drone or a different one I was reading about, but there was, maybe this was the Russia-Ukraine one. The drones that like make shooting noises so that you come out of hiding because you think you're taking gunfire, and then it drops the
shoots.
bomb.
Yeah.
No, then it drops the bomb. The actual payload's a bomb.
Huh.
The gunfire is just audio.
Oh, wow.
I think this is one of the new things Russia's been using on Ukraine that's been pretty devastating because it
That's
draws you out of your,
crazy.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't heard of that.
That's actually ingenious.
It's like some 4D chess plays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right, there's
Crazy.
no love in war.
Well, and drones are going to be so important for war. Did we change the green?
I was just looking
background?
at that. Something's really, really weird about that right now.
Did we do this?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it right after the episode here. But
All right.
thank you for whoever is here watching. We really appreciate you being here. Hey Jermaine, how's it going? So, I think that was a punch at Homoto there.
Yeah.
He said he actually showed up to work. So, my Lion's here too. Oh, hi Lion, hi Jermaine. But yeah, thank you for being here. If you haven't already, please check out our website, borderlinebanter.com. You can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and X, formerly known as Twitter. But yeah, and if you want to be on the show, definitely give us a shot. An email.
Or a shot.
It's all there.
You can give us a shot.
And if you have any questions, anything, shoot us an email. We will get back to you. There is an imposter borderline banter out there, so be careful. It's I didn't know we were that popular yet. Someone wants to copy my name, but we'll go from that later on.
Yeah, the
And
channel came out about 6 days ago. We discovered it, so we
Yes.
know they're newer than us.
Yeah, but
And it's been messing with Mike the whole time.
it's
So
bugging me because it's
Yeah.
come on. But yeah, it's okay not to be okay. As always, I like to end the show with letting you know that it is okay not to be okay. Sometimes you got to reach out to people. Sometimes you can't talk to your friends or family. There's numbers. A lot of information on this page here. It is on our website. A lot of information to go up to people, your friends, and all that. Well, you don't like your friends. Let them know the signs. It's the end of January, which is end of Suicide Awareness Month. But here at Borderline Banter, every day is Suicide Awareness. But yeah, thank you for being here.
wait, did you say it right, or is Lion just stupid?
What? No, it's probably the
It's okay to
second
not be
one.
okay, Lion. There was one week where you said it wrong.
Oh yeah, there was.
I'm
and I wasn't
There was
listening this
definitely a
time.
week.
Did you?
I'm pretty
did
sure I
you-
said it right. But
Okay,
I
so,
do.
so Lion's just dumb. Okay.
Everybody mumbles sometimes.
Yeah.
Hair legs. But yeah, Himoto, really appreciate you being back. It was fun to talk with you. You're always welcome here. It was always a great time. I appreciate it very much. Have anything to say before we jet out?
I'm just really happy to be back. Honestly, it's been a rough couple of months with work. Just been busy, and so I'm just glad that I can just glad I can find time again for this. I'm happy to be back here and speak with you guys again. I always have a good time.
It's true.
But yeah.
And it makes makes our borderline banter bigger because there's 3 countries.
Yeah.
Not just 2.
Yeah.
Cross more borders.
But yeah, and again, anytime, Himoto, we'd like to have you. It's you're a good friend of us. But yeah, appreciate it. Dustin, anything to say before we head out here?
Just thanks everyone for being here, Himoto especially. If anybody watching the YouTubes later, click some buttons, leave me some comments.
Now I'm gonna send you off to a buddy who most of us probably know, but it's Skittles. I don't know what he's playing right now. I'm gonna guess
He's streaming.
I'm gonna guess it's Grand Theft Auto. Yes, it is. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. We will be back on Friday at 7 o'clock. If you haven't already, please give us a follow. We are trying to make it to 250 followers, which last time we talked about it is 200 followers. So we've made a big difference. But help us get that 250. That'd be great. Thank you very much. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time, Himoto. Bye.
Yeah.